Stop forcing social media content to be SEO content. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about where you should put some of your best content. Last week we talked a lot about intent and how it ties into SEO and why it's important to focus most of your efforts on intent-based search terms. And you're probably asking yourself, well, I have a lot of valuable tips and things to be able to provide to people. Things that we're doing as a company, resources, and how we provide the best service possible. And I'll tell you that content has a place, but it's not going to be as much your SEO. So where do you put it? Information and authoritative content serves a purpose, but a lot of the time it's not going to be within your SEO strategy. Stop pouring your SEO budget into how-to articles and educational resources to try to teach somebody to do what you do. That has a place, it's just not SEO. Where does it belong? Well, it belongs on video, in social, like we're doing today. Okay, so do I just never make informational and authority-based content? No, you definitely should, but you just need to know where to put it. That's not what SEO was necessarily built for. Your SEO strategy is built to try to drive you customers. And your social content can too, but there's an objective to where it serves the best purpose. And it's really in your video content. Your video content serves as one of the best places to be able to inform people, to walk people through a process, and to be able to make sure that people develop authority and trust in who you are and what you do. Information-based content is not the best for your SEO strategy. Why? Because it's going to have you showing up in places like your AI overviews and information and walkthroughs on how to actually do what it is that you're hired for. All the things that could be bad about incorporating this into your SEO strategy are reasons why it's going to be really beneficial elsewhere. Why is it perfect for video and social media? Take that same thought process, the strategy, and everything that you're investing into when it comes to that information-based content and put it towards social. Watch what flips when you do this. SEO punishes depth. Social rewards it. A platform like YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, a lot of those platforms are going to reward you for producing content that's engaging and really keeps people from scrolling. That's why this type of content is so beneficial for social media and video, because you can take the time to really engage somebody, get somebody to understand more about what goes into executing something. And that's something that's going to keep people from scrolling. It's going to keep them engaged with your content, and therefore it's going to perform really well on these channels. Search wants something safe. It wants something that gives people a direct intent, something that is going to get them to take action. Google rewards people for producing that kind of content because Google wants people to use their platform. And if they're providing good answers that's going to drive people to a page and get people to take action, then that is going to get people to use their platform. This is why they're going to reward that type of content. Social wants your take. It wants to know whether or not you know what you're talking about. Your opinion, your experience, the trade you're in, all of that applies to the type of content that you want to make for social media. That's what people follow. They follow you, your business, your process, and why they'd actually work with you in the first place. That gets them excited. That makes them feel like there's somebody within their community or somebody that they can really support when it comes to a particular business. They're looking for something useful. This is very video proof. This is very authority proof. And that's the type of content you want to produce for social media and video. It might not rank for a buyer keyword when it comes to search, but it really will keep people engaged. It'll build trust around your business and why people would work with you. This also really helps for when you do start showing up in the search results. If people have seen you consistently and they see that you know what you're talking about, then they're going to be more likely to take action when it's time. And so even if the action that they take is to go search for somebody that provides a solution to their problem, like SEO, if they've seen you before and they know that you know what you're talking about, and they know that you have a good process behind what you do, you have the experience to back it, and you've explained it well over social media, that's going to make them more likely to choose you if they see you on the search results page. So think about it that way. Social media is a really good place to be able to provide that type of trust, the type of education, and the type of thing that's going to get people familiar with who you are and what you do. So that when you are showing up in the search results page, they recognize the name, they recognize that experience, they recognize that you know what you're talking about. And that's going to make them more comfortable in choosing you when the time matters most. Information and authority-based content makes people remember you before they need to hire you. The real job for each one. SEO has one job: catch the person that's already looking to hire and turn it into a moment where you can get that booked job. Buyer keywords, money pages, some of those things that we've been talking about in our previous videos. Authority content, though, is a different job. Build trust and a brand that people want to follow. They might not be ready yet, but they're very interested. They're intrigued by what you have to offer and who you are. That's what those platforms are meant for. And that's where teaching gets you rewarded. Video, shorts, social media, those are great places for that type of content. You're building an audience there. You're building potential customers, trust, and that warms up the deal. That makes your conversion rate better when people are actually trying to find what you do, and that makes people want to work with you when it matters most. One captures the demand and the other creates the demand. So think about it that way when you're strategizing. Your video and social media content, that is what is going to warm people up to that. It's creating the demand behind the action that they're going to take. And the truth is, when it comes to an overarching holistic marketing strategy, you do need both. You need to stop forcing all that teaching content to try to drive you leads and start letting it build your name with video and social. Give every piece the right home. Before you make anything, ask yourself one question. Is this meant to catch the buyer, or is it meant to build trust? That's going to give you the idea behind where you should put that content. If it's meant to catch a buyer, think of it for SEO. If it's meant to build trust, think of it for social media and video. Take it, script it, film it, and put it into action. Also, you can hand it to your sales team. That creates great resources for them to be able to inform customers of who you are and why they should work with you. They could take the lead, they could be talking to the customer, and they could provide a follow-up with a video that you made educating the customer about why they should work with you. It's a way to turn a hesitant prospect into a real buyer. 90% of the time, social content should inform, entertain, or do both. Sales content almost never performs well when it comes to video and social media. The mistake is taking a great teaching idea and burying it into a blog post. At that point, you're just hoping that Google finds it good enough to send you buyers. Different jobs, different homes. So I have some homework for you. What's the best educational content idea that you've thought of? The explainer that you always think about when customers need advice on what they need to do. Something they need walked through. Something that might help you close a job. Don't write it as a blog post for SEO. Film it instead. Make a video, cut 3 shorts out of it, and now you have content for 3 days of posting on social media. You can also drop it in your next email. Then watch the right numbers. Views, engagement, replies, comments. These are all going to be important things to monitor once you've actually got it live on social media. And most importantly, if somebody gets to a point where they mention, I saw this video when you're talking to them on a sales call, you're winning. Because despite all the other metrics, that is one that matters the most. If people actually recognize that video and they mention it to somebody on your sales team when they call in, you're winning. The content you're producing is working. That's exactly the type of content that you want to produce. Something that people remember when they're finally having that conversation and they're pulling out their credit card. And that's what authority content was really meant to do. You're very rarely going to hear people talk about how they contacted you directly from the content that you actually posted on social media. But that's okay. That's not typically where people are going to take the action when it comes to a home service-based business. Why? Because it's a need now type of service. People are trying to find a solution to their problem at that point in time when they need it most. They wake up, their house is hot, the air conditioner's not working, and usually they're going to try to find somebody who can solve that problem for them. Then they see you show up on the search results page. That's when it registers. I saw them post content on social media about this exact need that I'm trying to fill right now. And that's important. When they mention on the sales call, when they remember it when it matters most, that's why you're producing content in the first place. There's nothing more rewarding than spending all the time and energy and coming up with the idea, scripting it, shooting it, and having somebody mention it when they're about to buy from you. One idea, given the right home, is much more valuable than burying it into your blog content. That's why how-to articles typically don't get read. If you're watching all your SEO, KPIs, all the reporting, everything that you're doing for it, and you're wondering why those aren't producing any traffic, this is exactly why. because all it is actually really doing is trying to help somebody solve the problem. And so what you want to make sure to do is use it for authority, put it in the right place on social and with video content. Informational and authority-based content isn't weak. It just needs to be done for the proper platform. Stop using it to chase SEO leads. Start using it for video and social media, where teaching and trust are actually rewarded. Let SEO catch the buyers that are trying to find you. Let your content make more people look in the first place. And I'm Alex Wells. I'm the CEO and founder at Imprint Digital in Loveland, Colorado. Thank you so much for watching today. Make sure you take the time to subscribe below, click the bell icon for more videos, follow us on social media. We'll see you next time.